Yes.
What TV and movies do I get really excited about? I just went back and started watching Carnival because I just worked with Amanda a day in a movie. But of course, I mean, like, you know, Breaking Bad and Sons of Anarchy and True Detective lately. Oh my God, you know. There's a lot of great television programs out there. I know I'm always late to things. Like, people will run up to me like, man, I just watched Heroes. And I'm like, well, that's cool. They get bummed that it's, you know, no longer. But at the same time, like, I go and I watch a TV show, a long series, much like I would watch a movie. It's just much longer. So those are things that I like. What do you like, Greg?
Not much. But I like theater. I like being on stage where no one can edit me and no one can pull me off. I can be allowed to be as dopey as I wish, and I like that. That's me.
For Burt, I was wondering what was your favorite part or a favorite anecdote of working on the first couple Rocky movies? Some really good experience you had.
I have seen this. Sylvester had a fight like hell to get that movie on. And the producers had a fight too. And we finally got a little trailer we were sharing in Philadelphia. And after all his baloney that he went from the first scene, he stepped out of the trailer and he went, like it was a breath that told me the whole world. Now he has to do the goods after he's fighting so. And that's been his road ever after in that series. He had to fight every inch of the way. That was my memory, the beautiful memory of it.
I remember being on set slide talking about that moment, that first moment where he was on set, and here you are, he's in this moment where everything he fought so hard for to get, it's happening. You're on set.
He had to put up a shot, and he did. Pleasure. Anything else? I got work to do outside.
He's building a brick wall. Pretty easy masonry work. This guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
This question's for Mr. Young. I've read a lot about Rodney Dangerfield having a lot of wild parties and everything. Was there anything like that going on in back to school?
I never was invited. But he's a funny man, but not happy man, you know. But I'm not going to say more, but we ended up caring for each other. But he was not happy. And he didn't invite me anyway. And I didn't let him come in my trailer for cold custom wine with the Teamsters.
So look, he won't say it, but I'll say it. Fuck him for doing that. He should have invited Burt. Burt's awesome. Burt always invited me, so I'm sorry, Rodney. Fuck you. Me, you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Rodney.
Give him a language, sir.
He's young.
Got it work?
Yeah, this is for Milo. What was it like working on Mob City, and why did you choose to take a role with it? I mean, it's something that's a little bit different that Darabont wanted to do. I mean, there's not a lot of like really noir TV shows out there. So what led you to that role, and what was it like working on it?
First, what led me to it was a great script and Frank's name. You know, Shawshank Redemption is one of my top 5 all-time favorite movies ever. And I'd always been a big fan of Frank's, and to have an opportunity to work with him and collaborate with him, and in a role like that, you know, 1940s Los Angeles, you know, about in a city that I kind of grew up in, to understand the kind of seedy underbelly and retell that. It was just something that I found very exciting, that I wanted to do. So that was the first piece of getting into it. Working on it, taking a role like that, you know, I tried to change every character, you know, blonde mohawk in one day, beefed up Marine in another, you know, the son of a legendary fighter in the third. You know, I'm constantly changing, constantly evolving, and I think at that moment, all the scripts that I had read for the new TV shows, even though the character of Ned Stacks was only in one scene in the pilot, I knew that was the guy I wanted to play. There was something about the character, there was something about the ease of him, the kind of carefree, I've got the mob on my back, in a good way, I'm backed by them. I can kind of do what I want, and I can take care of my bosses and take care of myself. So that was something that I think I was intrigued by, telling that story, and the more that I collaborated with Frank about who this character was and where he came from, the fact that he was possibly groomed to be in the life, to be in the syndicate, the Los Angeles syndicate, it was something that I was very drawn toward and that I wanted to perform. So, but then also the way it shaped up with, you know, of course, Johnny Bernthal and Robert Knepper and Andy Burns and Neil McDonough and Alexa Davalos and Jeremy Lou. It's like, you know, how fortunate am I that I've got this great crew of actors that I get to support and be supported by.
Are you going to ask anything?
Most fun project to date and stories that might look.
Most fun story, project to date, and
Any stories that might have in that project.
God, man, you know, it's crazy. You know, looking at, let's say, a film like Rocky Balboa, you know, I'm falling into, you know, 30 years of legacy. You know, I mean, that for me was, I better honor that, and I better contribute to that to my fullest. You know, and I've got tons of memories. Tons of memories. Like, do you remember when you're shooting on the boxing stuff in Vegas? And Sly, like, so Burt and I are in the corner, right? And, you know, there's
Great, but
as were you. But Sly, you know, Sly's in his boxing shorts, sweated up, and he's got his mouthpiece on, running around. Are you here? We couldn't understand because he had his mouthpiece in. And he's just running around. And I remember Burt leaning over to me, going, Milo, what are we doing? And I just kind of leaned back and said, Burt, we're making a movie. And then we go and we get the shot that we needed because we had 8 cameras rolling at the same time. And then at the end, you know, you hear Sly kind of knowing the end of the scene and go like, I cut, that was pretty good. And you know, he takes the mouthpiece out and we can all hear him. You know, like those are fun things for me. You know.
can I add to that a little bit? When we're doing that scene, Michael Tarson was doing a little part, and we're old friends. And we hear this little squeaker verse from the floor, and he's going, he could have been somebody, but he was a crazy kid. He would go and steal, remember? And Sylvester said, what the hell's he talking about? He's talking, because tomorrow was telling him how I was a failure, because I didn't continue fighting.
Yeah, and then you put it in. Yeah. There's a whole, but I mean, me personally, I've got 19 years of memories, and hopefully, you know, God willing, I've got 40, 50 years more. Yeah.
Sir, you were in the Wolverine anime as the voice of Wolverine. What's it been like doing voice work in differentiating from an actual on-screen role?
It's kind of great because I don't look like Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is a stud, not me. So it's kind of fun to do.
Pretty stud.
Thank you, Burt. So it's fun to do voiceover work because you get to use one tool. You get to use your voice, and you're driving your voice. You can change your voice to the best of your ability. I mean, I don't think I can sound like, you know, a 7-year-old girl, but I don't know, I enjoy voiceover work and I continue to do it. I know I still voice Ultimate Spider-Man. Not actual Peter Parker, but I do noir Spider-Man in Ultimate Spider-Man from Marvel right now.
All right, I got time for maybe 2 more.
How does one get into doing the voice work like that? Where do you go to submit your resume or to submit your MP3s so that you can expand it instead of just doing local commercials in Ann Arbor, Michigan, for example?
Are you the voice of Ford?
I've been the voice of Bill, or I think it was Bill Brown Ford for a while there, but
Isn't that crazy that I nailed your voice based on, like, are you the Ford guy for the Ann Arbor, Michigan?
you never know.
It's much like anything else, man. You got to find the right people that are willing to listen. Voiceover work, I kind of stumbled into it just by happenstance because I was in front of the camera and I had somebody saying to me, hey, will you come voice this? And I did it. And you have agents and representation that look out for you for voiceover and stuff like that. So,
Well, for me, it's my face that's valuable.
They always told me I had the perfect face for radio, so that's why I went into voice work. But where do you find those agents?
where do you find every agent? You know, on the streets, in the gutters. No, you know what? There's, I think the best thing you could probably do is look at agencies in Los Angeles or Chicago or New York and look at what their specialties are. If you find something that specializes in voices, you know, the great part about your voice, you don't need to physically be there, so you can record it in your home or send it out. I've got a lot of friends who are successful in voiceovers working from home. So I honestly, I couldn't tell you now, I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. Thanks.
But you may not have sold me on a Ford either.
What is that fellow?
What do you got, Scott?
Sorry, I was looking at the dude, Mike. This is from Milo. As far as the Heroes universe, all the special abilities and powers, if you could pick one of those, which one would you want to have?
Right now, I'm disappeared. You know what I always say, personally, I always say, if I could teleport, just because, I mean, imagine I'm sitting here hanging out, you know, with Burt, but yeah, I want to go have dinner with my mom. So boom, I'm at home, I'm with my mom. And then I'm going to pop back and hang out with Burt some more. I think teleportation is the best one.
Thank you.
Speaking of teleporting, we need to get these guys back to their tables so we can bring William Shatner in.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
Toxic Pop has a new Facebook page. Like it to see pictures and keep informed about our upcoming events and videos. A link is in the description. Go to www.facebook.com/toxicpop1.